England is often confused with the United Kingdom or Great Britain, but it's just one part of both. England is the largest country within the UK, but it doesn't have its own government, unlike Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. All laws and policies for England are handled by the UK Parliament in Westminster, which means England doesn't have the same devolved powers the other countries do. The name England comes from the Old English word Engleland, which means land of the Angles. The Angles were a Germanic tribe that settled in Britain after the fall of the Roman Empire. Over time, the name stuck, and the identity of England began to form, separating from its Celtic and Roman past. England has over 32,000 pubs, and some of them have been operating for nearly 1,000 years. One of the oldest is Ye Olde Trip to Jerusalem in Nottingham, which claims to have been serving drinks since 1189. Many of these pubs are more than just places to drink. They're historical buildings full of centuries-old stories and even a few ghost legends. England is home to the world's first official postage stamp, the penny black. Introduced in 1840, it featured a profile of Queen Victoria and revolutionized communication across the globe. Before that, letters were paid for by the person receiving them, and costs varied by distance. The penny black made postage cheap and consistent for the first time. The English language is constantly evolving, but it has a strange feature. It has more words than almost any other language. Estimates put the total number of English words at over 1 million, and many of them originate from French, Latin, Norse, and German. This linguistic mix is a result of England's long history of invasions and influences from around Europe. There's a small village in England with the shortest place name in the country, E.E. Located in Cumbria, it's spelled E-E and pronounced like the letter E. While it's no tourist hotspot, it holds a special place on lists of quirky English facts. England is incredibly biodiverse for its size. While not as vast as some countries, England is home to more than 70 species of mammals, 230 species of birds, and over 2,500 species of vascular plants. And while foxes and hedgehogs are familiar sights, many people are surprised to learn that wild deer roam free in several parts of the countryside, especially in southern England. The Bank of England was the first central bank in the world to issue permanent banknotes, starting in 1694. Today, the bank still plays a key role in managing inflation and interest rates. And fun fact, banknotes in England feature a different set of historic figures than those used in Scotland or Northern Ireland, which print their own versions. Stonehenge might be famous, but few people know that England has thousands of other ancient stone circles and burial mounds. Places like Avebury, which is even larger than Stonehenge, and the Rollright Stones in Oxfordshire, show that prehistoric people across England were building impressive structures long before recorded history. Finally, despite the stereotype of English politeness and order, England was once home to one of the world's most rebellious regions, the Danelaw. In the 9th and 10th centuries, Viking settlers controlled large parts of northern and eastern England. They had their own laws, customs, and even their own version of justice. The legacy of the Danelaw can still be seen in place names ending in by, Thorpe, or Thwaite, which are all Norse in origin. So, the next time you think of England as just tea, the Queen, or rainy weather, remember it's a country with hidden layers, ancient roots, and plenty of surprises. Whether you're into history, language, or just weird facts, England's got more going on than meets the eye.